Welcome back to my blog. Today we are going to look at a lot of things. This is WASSCE 2025 Nigeria question, and it is one of the likely questions. So let's look at how to solve this question. Question number 11 is using the same coordinate axis for the value of x from 0 to 90 of 15 degrees. Draw the graph of y is equal to 2 cos 2x. So in this case, I believe that there are a lot of approaches to this question, and you need to pay attention to the solutions very well. It's very important you learn how to go by some of these challenges so that you can easily resolve some of the mathematical challenges that you're going through. Now let's look at a question. The first thing that you are supposed to do as the student to this question is to draw a table. So let's look at the table. You have been given the x to be starting from 0 to 90. So we have x 0, the interval is 15, so the next one is 15, the next one we got 30, we have the next one to be 45, the next one will be 60, 75, and then 90. So these are the values for the x. So we draw a table of this form, then you can easily solve this question without any challenge. So these are the values. Now the first value is y is equal to 2 cos 2x. So this is the value that you are going to use to solve the values that have been given in this question. So the next thing that you're supposed to do is to complete the table. So you need to complete this table, and you can easily resolve that. So 2 cos 2x. So please, if you don't know how to do this with your calculator, what you have to do here is that on the calculator you go to mode, and then let me write the steps for you. You go to mode, then you press 7, then a function will appear, that's f of x. Then you press the function given, let's say the function to be 2 cos 2x. Then you press equal to give you something called start. So start, you point where to start the value, which is 0, and then the next one you point, you press equal to, you say end. So you end at 90. Then the intervals, what is step? You say the step. The step is the interval. You press 15. Then you press equal to. It will generate the table for you. So you can try it on your work. So let's look at the values. So the first value, we have two values of y. So let's do the two values of y. Let's do the two values of y. We have this one, and then the second one, let me use the black for the second. Y is equal to minus sine 2x. So we are going to enter the values similarly, passing through the same approach. You enter the values and then you put it in. So when you have 2, let it be 2 decimal, 1 decimal place, so 1.7. You have 1, 0, negative 1, negative 1.7, negative 2. And then also the y values, or the second one will give you 0 minus 0 0.5. We have minus 0 0.9 minus 1, then minus 0 0.9 again, then we have minus 0 0.5. So then the last one will give you 0. So when you are done with this, you are supposed to plot this on your graph. Now to do that on your graph, you need to look for a graph. So let's say this is my graph. Let me extend my graph here. So the values of the graph. One interesting thing here is that the graph, you will not have the values you are looking for. You only need the important values here. So let's get the graph. So on the graph, we realize that we are going to enter values which uh, on the data you need to enter the values 0 up to 90. So let's do the entries. So let's assume this is our graph. We are using 2 centimeters to 2 units. So we will have entries. So the first part will have the first value to be the 0, which is in the center. So we have the next one to be 15, the next one to be 30, 45, 60, 75, and then 90. Then the intervals, you see that we also need negative values. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think up to 4 is okay. Then here to 1, now the one here. So 1, 2, 2, 3. There's the 3. I think the graph is yes 2, 3. So we have this. So the 2 is here. Then 4. Let's assume we have that. Then also we are going to plot the values here. So please let's do a drawing of the graph. Let's do a drawing of the graph so that it will make it very simple. With drawing of the graph. So that so our drawing. Okay. So we have this there. So we cut the graph away. Let's cut the graph away and then do our sketch. The graph is the step also. So let me draw the graph. So I'm having a line like this. This is a sketch, so please don't mind my graph. So you have these values. So I have the first one to be 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So I have this. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 negative values. So from here, you have to plot the value. So 2, 0, 2. So 0, 2 will have it here. The next one 15, 1.5. So 15, 1.5, 1.7 will be somewhere there. So let's put it here. This is just a few sketches, so don't mind the sketch. 31, 31 somewhere there. Then also 45, 0. So 45, 0 will be on this. 60, negative 1 will be down here. Then 70, negative 1.7 will be somewhere here. And then 90 and 2 will be there. So we have this. So let's draw a line, a curve. Let's see this how the curve will look like. Good. Then we are supposed to plot the next one. That one to 0, 0, 0, 0 is somewhere here. Then we have 15, 0 0.5, 15, 0, negative 0 0.5 will be somewhere here. Then also have 30, negative 0 0.9 somewhere here. Then 40, 0, 45, 0, 45, negative 1, yeah, somewhere here. 60, negative 0 0.9 somewhere there. 70, 0 0.5, negative 0 0.9 somewhere here. And then 92 somewhere there. So let's draw the curve. So your curve will look like this, somewhere, somehow like this. Sorry for the sketch, let me do it well. So I have passing through this and okay. So this is how the sketch will look like. Now, this point where the students have a challenge is where the question that comes in the other part, the sub questions. Let me circle that part with yellow. This part, students always dodge this question. Now, so let's look at how to go about it. The first one is to find the value of using the graph to solve 8 cos 2x plus 4 sine 2x is equal to 0. Now what you have to do is that you compare this equation with the original one, which is the y cos 2x. So what can you do to 8 cos 2x to look like 2 cos 2x, and that of 4 cos 2x to look like negative 2 sin x? So I will rewrite have 8 cos 2x, then you send it to the other side, minus 4 sin 2x. So here divide both sides by 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4. So let's go to the top here. So when you divide 8 equals 2x over 4, and then negative 4 sine 2x over 4, you have cos 2x. That's 2 cos 2x is equal to minus sine 2x. So you see 2x is equal to 2 cos 2x is equal to negative 2 sine 2x. So what it means is that this one implies where they meet. So when you trace it, you see that they meet here. They meet here, and that is the point of intersection. So the value will be, let's say, from here to 15. Let's count about 8, and it will be around 60, 54. So x will be equal to 54. In fact, when you use your graph, you get the exact value. Now let's look at the second part, which is I. That is 3 negative 12 sine 2x is equal to 0. So this one too, if it is talking about sine 2x, so let's make it look like the sine 2x, negative sine 2x. So making it the subject, minus 12 sine 2x is equal to minus 3. So let's divide both sides by negative 12. So we are going to get this value. So we're having here. So let's